Welcome to the feast, I unleash, I'm a motherfucking beast.
What is up, guys? The Bills here, and today, well, we're gonna do another top 5. Due to the success of the last top 5, which I posted like, I don't know, last week I think. Yeah, I had to do with E3 games that I was excited for, and I don't know, it got like 25 views in the first 12 hours. So like, I don't know, I'm gonna give it another chance. I mean, I really enjoyed doing that that one video. So I mean, who cares if if this one flops? I'm gonna have a lot of fun recording it, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so you might be wondering, oh, what topic are we doing today? Today it's gonna be top 5 FPSs, and I'm not talking about this year. I'm not talking about last year. I'm talking about all of time FPSs. Mostly these are ones that I've played. And remember, these are like my personal preference games. These are my top 5 FPSs, not yours. It's mine, and I'm gonna obviously have different preferences than other people who watch this video. But why don't we just get started? So instead of what I did last time, I started at 1 last time. I'm gonna start at 5. Okay, so coming in at number 5 is Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. And so you might wonder why I put this Call of Duty on the list. Not World at War, not Black Ops 2, not Ghosts. Why would I put Ghosts on it? Ghosts sucks. You might be wondering why. Well, Call of Duty 4 was like the first modern shooter that I played. Like the first like kind of like real game that I've played. Not real, but like, you know what I mean, like a modern day shooter. It was the first one that I'd ever played, and it was just kind of like a whole new thing for me. I mean, I'd grown up playing games that were like sci-fi and fantasy and stuff like that. A few of those are on the list, a few sci-fi shooters and a few fictional shooters, but not like COD 4, which was like, man, this could actually happen. Like, there are guys over in Afghanistan actually fighting like this. There are guys fighting all over the world like this, with present day guns, present day weapons, present day everything, present day gear. And to me, that was kind of cool. I mean, war, it's not a cool thing, but this one game opened a whole new world to me in gaming. And yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot to say about it because I didn't play that much COD 4, but it still opened up a branch of games that I hadn't played before. I mean, from COD 4 I went to Black Ops, and I know that wasn't a modern day shooter, but I had never really played realistic shooters before. I mean, I'd play Halo, I'd play other games like that, but I had never played a Call of Duty game, and this was my first Call of Duty game that I actually played. So yeah, I mean, that's why it's on my top 5, and that's why it's probably one of my favorite Call of Duty games besides Black Ops 1. And yeah, and that's number 5. So coming up at number 4, it's Far Cry 3. So the reason Far Cry 3 is on here is because I'm an open world kind of guy, and I like to explore. I like to have a lot of things open for me to do in this game. I like a lot of things to do. I like a game that's just not, it's not limited exactly. Like, I'm not limited to one level. I'm not limited to, I don't know, a few weapons. And with Far Cry 3, they did an amazing job in just giving players freedom. Giving players that, you know, I don't know, giving them, like, an open environment, pretty much like a playground. And that's what I think Far Cry has always been. It's been a playground. Kind of like like Assassin's Creed. To Assassin's Creed, for me, I mean, the first time I played Assassin's Creed, I was like, whoa, this, I can just run around, jump off stuff, I can do a bunch of crap. That's just awesome. I mean, GTA's like that, Watch Dogs was like that, and I like playground games because you can run around and do everything. Everything that's in the game you can do. And the perfect blend with story, you know, customization. Well, not customization. I mean like skills and stuff, and weapons. But even the fact that you can drive a car off a cliff. It's the kind of crap like that that I really love to do in games, and that's why I'm looking forward to Far Cry 4. And I know that wasn't on my E3 list, but man, oh man, is that one of my top picks. It just didn't make the top 5. And Far Cry 4 was just awesome. It's one of those games, I can't really say a lot about it, why it was cool. It's one of those games. Perfect blend of everything. It was first person. I love first person games. They get me immersed, they get me into this person's shoes, they get me, I don't know, they're fun. They're just fun. That's all I have to say about FPSs. That's why I'm making a list right now. And Far Cry was awesome. So, coming in at number 3 is a game that I used to play so much. And I mean so much, I mean like a lot. And this game is GoldenEye 007. And I know it's not the best game, I know it's not the best it's an old game. But man, I sunk so many hours into this with my friends, with my cousins, with everyone. It was so fun. It was a James Bond game, and oh my gosh. This game was so fun, man. So fun. I'd always play as Jaws, and people would have to like look down to shoot me. And then my cousins would get the golden gun, and I'd die a lot. And then I'd finally kill them, and man, it was just a fun experience. It was a fun game to play with friends. And that's mainly what I did. I played with my cousins, I played with my my family, I played with my friends, and that was really, really fun. I mean, single-player games are really fun. It gives you some time to kind of like sit alone and play a game. But multiplayer games, kind of like even... I'm kind of scared about the future of games. They're veering away from the whole local games. They're veering away from split screen. They're veering away from mainly playing with your friends if your friends don't have that console. Because I know with GoldenEye, you could play with up to 4 people, and that was just on your console. And that was it was amazing, because nowadays, me and my friends, we have to switch off on games like Battlefield and Skyrim and all these other games. But with GoldenEye, you didn't have to do that. You could just play. And it was awesome because everyone could play. It was a party game. It was a sleepover game. And that's what I love about some games. It's just one of those games you break out at the sleepover and you play for hours. Man, I used to play that game all the time when I was a kid. Coming in at number 2 is actually one of the first FPSs that I played. Not the first. I know GoldenEye was one of the first, but this was like, I don't know, the 6th? Possibly. It's Halo 3, made by Bungie. And Bungie's actually made some of the best games that I've ever played, including Destiny. One of my favorite games was Halo 3, and one of my favorite games probably is going to be Destiny. Bungie just makes these awesome games that are just really, really fun to play. So, Halo 3 was actually the first rated M game that I ever played. I remember my cousin was we ran out of things to play that we liked, and he had just gotten Halo 3, and he's like, well, let's try this out. And yeah, that pretty much opened up the whole world of rated M games. At first, I used to play them secretly and everything, but yeah, I used to play them secretly so my family wouldn't know, and when they found out, they got pretty mad. But a few years after, like 2 years, I got my first I owned my first rated M game, and sadly, that was Call of Duty Ghosts. So yeah, got my first rated M game. No wait, it wasn't Call of Duty Ghosts, it was Killzone. Still, that's sad because Killzone sucked, in my opinion, of course. I'm not saying it wasn't a fun game while it lasted, but as I started to get other games, it was more like, you know, these games are better, I like these better. Screw you, Killzone. Throw a big Minsky to Killzone. But, yeah, Halo 3 opened up a whole new world of games for me. I don't know if that was good or bad, but I loved sci-fi as a kid. I loved science fiction. I loved reading it. I still love reading it. I still love playing science fiction games. So yeah, Halo 3 was a fun experience while it lasted. Okay, so I know number 1 is going to cause some controversy in the comments. If people comment, please leave a comment. Number 1 is a little game that was my first FPS ever. Like ever, and I mean ever. This is the first FPS game. This is probably the first shooter that I actually ever played. And that's Star Wars Battlefront 1. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, oh, but that's a third-person shooter. There was an option to turn it to first-person. And that's the one I used to play most often because it was fun. So, as I was growing up, I really loved Star Wars. Star Wars is probably the most watched movie ever in my my lifetime. I used to watch the original trilogy. I always used to watch the prequel trilogy. And now that I hear that a new movie's coming out, I'm absolutely psyched. I can't even tell you how psyched I am for that movie. But yeah, I mean, in the movies you never got to see what these battles were like. And with Star Wars Battlefront, you really did get to see what those battles were like. You were actually a soldier. And I know the graphics aren't the best, but I did get pretty immersed in this game. I did feel like I was an actual stormtrooper, or I was an actual rebel soldier. And that, being a child and playing that game, playing a game that is set in your favorite universe of all time, man, is that an experience. Battlefront has a special place in my heart, and now that they're making a new Battlefront, I hope to get immersed in that world again. I mean, I still sometimes power on my PlayStation 2 and play a little Battlefront. Yeah. So, if you guys disagree with any of these, let me know in the comments. I want to hear what your top 5 FPSs are. And if you agree, let me know that too. I want to know if you guys played the same games I played. So yeah, that was my top 5 FPSs of all time. All the games that, out of all the FPSs I've played, and I've played a lot. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like. And if you want to see more top 5 content, and if you want to see a lot more content that's very, very, like, different. Because here at FTS Up, we upload whatever we want, gaming-wise, real-life-wise. Heck, anything, really, that we want to upload. So if you want to see a lot of varied content, if you like variety, please consider subscribing. And this has been the Bilsif with FTS Up. And I will see you guys in the next video.
Welcome to the feast. I unleash. I'm a mother